Hello, Rogues Gallery. I'm here bored out of my mind in stop-and-go traffic on the goddamn interstate, and so I figured, what the hell? What would be a better use of my time? Sit here and bitch and talk on the phone, which would probably be illegal, or sit here and give a Rogue review road trip edition, which is also probably illegal. Independence Day: Resurgence. So the new Independence Day movie was the sequel that no one was asking for, but a few people were actually probably pleased to have. I know I was excited when I first saw the trailer. Okay, that was a good guilty pleasure. I might as well take in another one. The movie, of course, is about what happens when the aliens who tried to kill us all in the first Independence movie come back 20 years after the initial attack. Apparently, a distress beacon was activated in one of the ships that never took off of Earth, and now the mothership, I should say, was activated and sent to come pick up where the first attack left off. You actually get a lot of the big players to come back for the sequel. Jeff Goldblum, of course, Bill Pullman, a couple of others. Sadly, not Will Smith, and apparently the reason for that was because of scheduling conflicts due to Suicide Squad, so hopefully it's worth the cost. DC, if you fuck this up, I'm gonna be really pissed off. I think I've gone over 20 miles an hour in the last 10 miles. It also stars several new cast members, none of whom I can remember the names of right now, so that's the kind of impact they left. There's definitely an old generation and new generation in this movie. The new generation pretty much being headed by Will Smith's character's son, who leads this new legacy squadron of fighters after the planet adopted the alien technology into their own to make all these brand new awesome super weapons. Now, the Earth has been at peace for the last 20 years because there's this race of super advanced aliens that could easily wipe us out if we don't band together. So peace has been a thing for the space between the two movies, which is a nice pipe dream, but hey. The technology that the humans adopt, though, is, I thought, actually pretty cool in kind of a dumb sci-fi way. The jets look awesome. Some of the massive new laser cannons they develop are pretty cool. Standard for, general science fiction fare, but enjoyable enough. By and large, the characters are kind of hit and miss. I mean, they're really just, they don't leave any kind of an impact. They're there to fill a certain role. You've got the cocky pilot, you've got the professional pilot, you've got the nerdy guy, you've got the Asian chick, and that's pretty much all that they're really supposed to do. Everyone has some particular role to fill, but, I mean, come on. One of them is Jeff Goldblum's dad, who's this incredible Jewish stereotype. I generally don't like it when a film's characters can be summed up in 2 or 3 words. Nerdy scientist, for example, for Jeff Goldblum. And yet, they're still written in such a way that you can still get some enjoyment if you kind of just turn your brain off for the movie. The only character I'd say I really had any kind of a problem with would be Jeff Goldblum's father, the Jewish stereotype guy, because you could have cut out almost all of his scenes and have absolutely no impact to the overall movie. I mean, he's supposed to be some sort of a comedy relief, but when he survives what is clearly a fatal accident, it kind of becomes, oh, now we're picking up. Holy shit, I'm actually going 40 miles an hour. Anyway, aside from a few moments where he's being the adult to a group of children refugees, there really wasn't any kind of a purpose in having him around. I mean, maybe for a few weak jokes, but most of them didn't really work. Which is such a shame because I thought that killing him would have had a tremendous emotional impact, especially for Jeff Goldblum, who is perhaps the most likable character out of the entire movie, if only because it's Jeff Goldblum. Now, if Will Smith was in this movie, that would be another story, but he's not, so meh. The acting overall wasn't too bad. Like I said before, everyone filled the roles they had to, and they did it well enough. No one's going to win any kind of award for this, for these performances, but I mean, they're enjoyable. A common criticism I've been seeing of several other critics is that this is just a dumb summer movie, and that's pretty much just it. It's just dumb. And, well, they're right, but, I mean, come on, it's Roland Emmerich. What did you expect? There are more explosions in this movie than there are people on screen. I mean, yes, by all rights, this is a stupid movie, but it's not so stupid that you can't at least get some fun out of it. The effects are decent, I'll give them that. The action scenes are not too bad. Nothing really gripping, but you still get some enjoyable shots and action scenes. You actually get to see the aliens fight on foot, which is different. If you go in knowing what it's going to be, in this case being a loud, stupid blockbuster, then you might actually enjoy yourself. The only other thing I'll say in criticism of it, aside from the Jewish father being worthless, is the blatant sequel baiting at the end of the movie. I won't give too much away, but in traditional franchise movie forms, you have the first movie which could stand on its own. You got the sequel which almost requires a follow-up film. If they do make a third movie, which is entirely possible, then it would apparently it's about taking the fight to the aliens outside of Earth. In my opinion, would feel like a completely different movie. I'm not even sure how they'd be able to work in Jeff Goldblum's character to that. Then again, maybe they won't. Maybe it'll just be something completely different. So like I said, if you go into this movie knowing it's going to be loud, stupid fun, then you might enjoy yourself. I'd certainly chalk this up as a guilty pleasure. If you like the first one, well, the effects are better in this one. Otherwise, it's all around pretty much the same story. Fun fact for anyone who's wondering, I have gone a whole 6 miles while filming. This interstate is a joke.